For the reunion trophy, you'll need to find 12 marker fragments throughout the world to get the alternate ending. You will need to complete the game at least once in order to access New Game Plus. Click New Game Plus and then select your save file from your last game, and it'll tell you all weapons, items, credits, etc. carry over from your last run. You can retrieve them from storage, expect to face new items and enemies, then click OK. Then you'll be able to select the difficulty. Now, if you've already beaten Dead Space on Impossible mode will be a selectable difficulty in New Game Plus. But if you haven't, then the highest difficulty will be hard mode, and then select which difficulty you want to start the game. The first marker will be in Chapter 1 when you're trying to find the data board to restore the tram. Just go in here and it will be right next to the data board on a shelf. The second marker will be in Chapter 2 in the main lab. Just go into Dr. Kyne's office and then use Kinesis to move the shelf to the left, and then go into the hidden passage. You'll find the marker on a desk. The next one will come in Chapter 3 in Engineering. When you go through this door into the engine room, before you take the stairs up to ignite the engines, go straight, go to this corner, you'll find it in the back. Next one will be on the bridge in Chapter 4. Take the elevator to Mining Administration, go through the door, go past the save point. It'll be in the break room on the right. It'll be next to the big screen on the left. The next marker fragment will be in Chapter 5 when you go back to the medical area. When you go to Dr. Mercer's office to lift the lockdown, go through the door here. The next fragment will be right next to the monster hanging. The next marker is also in Chapter 5 in the medical area. After you freeze the hunter in the cryo chamber, go to this corner of the area, look up, you'll see it on top of the chamber. The next marker will be in Chapter 6 in the East Grow chamber. When you turn the 0G on in the East Grow chamber per the main campaign, you will have some enemies to deal with after you dispose of them. Fly up here to the very top, you'll have some more enemies up here, and you'll find the marker in the corner right here. Next is in Chapter 7, Mining. When you take the lift to Deck D, which is processing, you'll find Dallas's rig here. If you're backtracking from where you found Dallas's rig, the next marker is in a level 3 security clearance door just outside of it. When you go in, it'll be right in front of you. In Chapter 8, when you're in the big room trying to fix the comms array, fly to this section of the chamber where there's a small opening, and then look up, you'll see the marker. Next one will be in Chapter 10 in the deluxe quarters area. Go through here, you'll find a battery, grab it, go back out, go to the end of the hall, you'll see a terminal, insert it in, select the first connection on the left. You'll get ambushed by an enemy, so be ready with a pipe for him. Go back out the way you came in. The two doors that were locked on the left will now be unlocked. Hang a left, you'll find the marker against the wall on a desk. The next marker will also be in Chapter 10 when you're in the Chief Steward's office. After you talk with Kyne, go through this door here. You'll find the next marker in the corner behind a wine bottle. The last marker you'll need to find is in Chapter 11 when you're in the cargo bay. When you're right here, and Pregnant will pop out of that grate there, so be ready for him. And then when you go to this corner right here, you'll find the last marker in the corner on a shelf. Once you have all 12 fragments, return to the crew deck area, specifically the executive quarters. Once you get into this room, take the first door on the left to Captain Matthias's room and interact with the table. When you do, you will see a message and you will see markers appear over all the candles. If you have all 12 fragments, you will see 12 marker fragments over all 12 candles. Make sure you have all 12 fragments over all 12 candles before you leave the ship. One good way to double check the alternate ending before you leave the Ishimura is right here. When you recall the shuttle to bring Daniels back, she will say something, and then what Isaac says in response is completely different from what he said in the original playthrough. So that way you'll know that the alternate ending is working. Isaac also says something different here before his battle with the hive mind. So sit back and enjoy the ending, and that's all there is to it, and I will see you next time.
The The Ishimura really was a great ship.
Yeah. We were lucky to see her in her prime.
Are we going home, Isaac? There's so much work to do.
Soon, I promise. Gotta build a little something first.
For me? What is it?
It's a surprise, sweetie. But I think you're gonna like it.